Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I will be doing a flip through of the two final months in my 2021 Hobonichi Techo cousin. So if you'd like to see how November and December turned out, please stay with me. So first of all, it is the middle of, or nearly the middle of January already, and I have decided that I'm done with this. There are blank pages, there are things I still wanted to put in, but I'm done. I'm going to put it up on the shelf and retire it, and it is going to live as is. So let's have a look through the last few months, the last couple of months. So I don't really use I haven't been using the monthlies the last couple of months, so I won't bother going through those, but you'll be able to see it just got really busy, so these pages are a little bit blanker. This was from some mail from my pen pal Jess, and that was all I managed to put in that week. A bit more information but no decoration. This one was just a little bit more functional. Not much. And then I did pre-plan Christmas week, and I hoped to write some things in there, but I just didn't get around to it. I was so busy with finishing up for work and family finally being able to come visit from interstate. So I'm glad I put in these, pre-planned it, because otherwise it would have been just blank. And then the last week of December and the first 2 days of January are in my new planner for 2022. So that's why this one is blank. So let's now go down to November in the daily pages. And I change up how I use this cover page every month. Sometimes I don't put anything on it. Sometimes I make lists. And this one was, I just wanted to make sure that everyone overseas got a Christmas card posted in November to give it time to arrive in December. These stickers are from Kmart. And then this was, I got quite a bit of happy mail this day. I got some earrings, and I got some happy mail gifted to me from my friend Roxanne, and I also got a Christmas wax seal and some wax beads. This was my Patreon mail from Pick Your Mix shop, and how fun is that like overlay that she's got on the sticker? Can you see that? The glitter. And then up here we've got like these little tags. My sister-in-law got my whole family, she got all four of us a different Christmas decoration for our tree. So the boys got different types of dinosaurs. I got a Disney princess castle because as she put it, I'm the queen of the castle. And my husband got a shark with a Christmas wreath around it because he likes to fish, so it's quite funny. This was just some scrap tissue paper from work, and being a Monday, we've had a joke, if it's been a really busy Monday, we'll play Manic Monday as like our, you know, get up and get to it kind of song. And then I did get some Halloween happy mail from my pen pal Jess. So I just really liked the card, and I've not done any tip-ins at all this year, but I thought I'm getting towards the end of the planner, so I kind of started to go crazy. So I did tip that in because I just thought that was a really nice artwork. It's really sweet and just really nice like watercolor art. And then I also did put some of the decorations from Happy Mail in there as well. This day my son came to work with me, so we were only there for 3 hours, but for a 3-year-old, he sat so still. He did not whinge once. He did some art. I brought some like little Christmas plasters for him to paint, and he just watched some YouTube videos, like Hot Wheels YouTube videos, and he was so well behaved. I had no idea what to expect, but he was such a good boy. He did like to come and talk to all the other staff a lot because he is a chatterbox, but I was very impressed with Henry that day. And then as a special treat after work, we went and got sushi for lunch. So that was just a reminder of my day with Henry, because he didn't go to kindy that day. And then this was just a sticker of some mail that we got in at work, and I just thought it was so pretty, so I salvaged it. Masks are no longer mandatory because we've reached the 80% population in Queensland with at least the first COVID vaccinations. That was really cool because we finally got to get rid of our masks after a little bit. This night we went and tried a new Italian place near my parents-in-law's house, and it was really nice. That was what I had for dinner. Salami, olives, caramelized onions, garlic, basil, and chili, and a tomato sauce. It's pasta, and it was so good. And then nothing for the weekend. I do find it hard to journal on the weekend sometimes because you would think that weekends are really busy, but some weekends we just stay at home and play, especially now that COVID numbers are up again. We don't leave the house, so I feel like there's not really much to write about. So what do you guys write for the weekend? Do you do a lot of things and manage to have a lot to write down? Or do you use journal prompts? Or do you just collage for the day? What do you do? Because I've started to kind of use some journal prompts for this year because I would like to write something down. But I did struggle with this particularly at the end of last year, that the weekends I kind of just skipped because I didn't really know what to write, or I just didn't want to keep writing boring day or long day. I maybe went a little bit crazy for the Black Friday sale at work, which started early. So the majority of these are classic-y tapes. All of these are classic-y tapes. These ones and these grids here are classic-y tapes. And then these two are Maisie Lane. And then that one was just a sample of the Christmas tape from work. So it was just, kind of busy because we started the sale. So I just thought I'd do a washi tape swatch. This is a bit fun because I've not done that in my Hobonichi before. This is such a beautiful collage, but I was very lucky to purchase the remainder of the stationery business, the 16th page. Emily reached out to me and I managed to purchase everything else that she had left over because she wants to focus on her homewares and candles now. So I got a lot of paper and I just wanted to use some of these little bits of ephemera and this note that she sent me and the stickers just as a reminder that this was quite a big business step for me, to be able to sell some more paper goods in my Etsy shop, and being as beautiful as Emily makes them, it was really special to me. So I just put in a couple of really fun things to remind me of that. Christmas photo this year. Poor Santa. It took the boys, oh my goodness, it probably took a good 3 minutes to get them where they both weren't being silly. And this was the best photo. Luca is actually talking in it, but it's the only photo where Henry either isn't pulling a face or doesn't have his legs up in the air. So yes, poor Santa, he was very patient. Not much again. I think it just got really busy because it was kind of coming up to Black Friday, so I was doing a lot of prep for Beck's Vintage Post for my Etsy sale, and I had all the 16th page items I wanted to get online, and also because we started the sale early at work, it got really busy at work as well. So I think that was probably more why I haven't journaled much on these pages, is because I was probably just buggered, to be honest. Henry and I did send a little letter to Santa via the Ozpost mailbox. So I just tipped in, you'll see a lot of tip-ins coming up at the end of the year, but I just tipped in that, and then I got a drawing that Luca did for Melbourne Cup, which was on the first Tuesday of the month, which was the 2nd of November. So we don't celebrate the Melbourne Cup, but I liked that he coloured in the eye and then nostrils, so I put that in there just as a little memory and just for something to put on the page. And then I sneakily got a Happy Mail, which was a handmade advent calendar from my pen pal Louise. She's very sneaky, but she told me I could open it and read the note on top, because it was hard to wait a week. I was very excited. So I just tipped the note in there as well, just as a reminder, and I just peeled off the sticker and some washi that she put on the front. And then I also got a Christmas card from one of my regular customers, and she sent me back one of my stamps, but because it's been used, I don't personally like to reuse them, but she sent it to me just in case I did, which was thoughtful. And then I just kind of filled up this page with a whole pile of big writing. And then this was Black Friday. I did a 50% off my shop, which I was really excited about because last year I had like 20 something orders, but this year I only had 5. So I won't lie, I was a little bit disappointed, but it was still nice to try to give back to the community that supported me. And then, yep, obviously not much happened. And now we're getting into December, and I did journal or write at least what I got in my advent calendar down every day. I tried my hardest, and because I had something I opened up every day for my advent calendar, it made me open up my journal. So thank you, Louise, for forcing me to open up my journal every day. I super appreciated it, and if it was something that I could put down in here, I did. And then I also found these stickers I got a couple of years ago from Cute Things from Japan. They were a freebie I got with my first order from them probably 2 years ago now. And they also prompted me because I wanted to put my countdown stickers in. So thank you to Louise and Cute Things from Japan for my journal prompts for my December dailies, maybe you could call it, because I did put something in daily. Anyways, this was just my receipt for pizza we got that night, because we have to get such a ridiculous pizza for my kids, and we have a local pizza shop near us, and there is an Italian pizza chef in there, and bless his heart, every time I order he laughs at me and he says it's the anti-pizza lady, because I literally just have to get a ham and cheese pizza with vegan cheese, a gluten-free base, half tomato sauce and half pesto, because of my kids' intolerances, which is just, I've spoken about this before, but one of them is gluten-free and lactose-free, and the other one is dairy-free and has a tomato intolerance. So Italian is super hard because Italian has either dairy or tomato as their base, no matter what it is. So I found 2 local pizza shops that I think they just laugh about me behind my back. But yes, they are very kind in doing the hardest kids pizza order ever for me every time. This is when we first learnt about Omicron, which has now obviously definitely ravaged where I live, but I think it's pretty contagious around the world. And then I also got my wrapping paper from Pete Cromer. He did a wrapping paper book and it had some stickers and some to and from labels, and it's so cute. So I just nicked a couple of stickers out of that for here. And then this was just some packaging from my advent calendar that day. I got stickers that day, so I've put one of the stickers in here, which kind of represented me great because I did the groceries that day. Just little bits and pieces about how I was feeling and how the boys were feeling. And this one I kind of tried to just keep track of food, as you know, so that I didn't have as much journaling space, but I still didn't journal. I did get this really beautiful angel from Louise, and then this on Some Happy Mail that day, so I did put those in there. Look at that glitter. This was a fun day. It poured rain and I got flooded out of home, but I left windows open, so I had to walk through shin deep water in my sneakers and my dress up a really steep hill to go check my windows, and then I had to walk back 5 minutes down the road to where I had to park my car, and it was still white out torrential rain at that point, but I wanted to make sure my house wasn't flooding. So that was a fun day. I had a lot to write about that day. This day I got some really pretty washies from Louise, so I put some samples in there. And this is kind of when we started getting COVID cases locally again. We had been so lucky here in Queensland. And there was a positive case at the shopping centre where I normally go and do my groceries. So everyone was starting to panic. So I've used these beautiful COVID mask girls from Dodgers and Daisies. And I don't think she sells them anymore, but I loved those. This day I got these beautiful gold die cuts from Louise, and this day I got a candy cane. I went and got some Christmas presents this day, which is the last flavour of the sour beer from Crumman Valley Brewing. We have now officially tried all of them, so I won't pick that up because we're going to do a tasting for my brother's birthday at the end of January with the last couple I've collected. And I got some washi labels this day from Louise, so I've put those down there, and I've used the label to write down my advent calendar for the day. This was some fun days. My husband came home for Christmas, so he was home for the next 2-3 weeks, and now he's gone interstate for work, but that was fun. I got to write that down. And then we got some Christmas presents from Kindy, which the boys wanted to open when they got home because they wanted to know what was inside. I tried to explain to them it was the presents that they made for us, but anyways, they were both really excited to open it and discover it was what they made. So, you know, 3.5 and nearly 2, the comprehension for that was not great. But it was fun. And then this day we had our work Christmas party, and I've just kind of kept the label of the drink that I had and the really bad joke from inside the Christmas cracker. More washi samples this day. And masks are mandatory again, and I really don't want to go anywhere from here on because we really want to see my grandma, who is in her late 80s, who's coming down for Christmas. So if I got COVID, I would not have been able to see her. So we literally isolated ourselves other than work for the next week because we really wanted to see our family. This day was really fun. I got these little advent calendars from Louise, so I used that to mark the day. And then I wore my Christmas pajamas to work, and we did some really funny videos while we were packing mail, so that was really fun. And then we had another little work Christmas party, just some champagne and nibbles in the office because one of our staff members couldn't come to the outing last week. And then our boss got us like some little vegan chocolates and some lip gloss and lip balm, and it was just really nice. And this was what she used to wrap it, so I kept that. And then this was my advent calendar for the day. This day I bought some things at work, so I just kind of journaled about that, and I put some samples in. And then this little stamp was what I got for my advent calendar that day, so I used my new ink to stamp it, and it was perfect. I love that. Love it when I could like combine the two. And just journaled about, this is coming down to the last 2 days of work, so I just journaled about that. And this space I've left, I got some flower seeds that day, so I want to go plant them in my garden, and then I do want to come back and just stick the packet in there because it's a really pretty packet. And this day was the last day of work for the year and Christmas Eve, and we do the same thing every year, so I didn't really have too much to write, but it was really exciting. And then this is Christmas Day and Boxing Day. So what I did is I just made a little tip-in with the 3 different types of wrapping paper I used this year. I used this little one with houses and snow, and then I used this Australia Flora and Fauna one, and then also this Christmas stamp one. And even though they're all different, they were really matchy. So I really liked that. So I just kind of stuck some of them together, and I made a little tip-in just as a memory of what the wrapping paper was that I used. And then I journaled underneath, and I wrote my gifts here in the corner. And then I really liked this little like Australian animal Christmas tag from my parents, so I just popped that in there as well. And then this day we celebrate Santa Claus, which is the Dutch version of Saint Nicholas or Santa Claus, and they normally celebrate on the 5th of December, but being over here and having the holidays when we do in Australia, my in-laws, we now celebrate Santa on Boxing Day, which is the 26th, because my brother-in-law will be up from Melbourne, so we can do it all as a family there instead of kind of having one at the beginning of the month and one at the end of the month. And it also, I think, saves confusion for the boys because it's kind of just a flow on these 2 days, Santa and Cinta. I think it's less confusing kind of having 2 Christmases, if that makes sense. But anyways, my mother-in-law gets this beautiful Cint and Pete wrapping paper every year. She gets it imported from Holland, and this one was like a craft paper, so I just cut out all of the little bits that I liked the most, and I wrote down my gifts there and just about the day. And then this one was, we had a croqueta and frikandel from a Dutch family. So then we had my in-laws over on the Monday, and we had Dutch food, and we did some more Christmas crackers. And then I also tested out my new metallic watercolors. I wanted to test them on color paper and also on the white paper. So you can't really see it on the white paper because it is like iridescent, but if I move it like that, you can see the colors, but they work beautifully on colored paper. So this is just, I was just testing and doing some squiggles. The Tuesday I forgot was also a public holiday, so I tried to take my kids to kindy, and kindy was closed. This was Christmas Day public holiday and Boxing Day public holiday, so that was a fail. Oh dear. Boys finally went to kindy that day, and my husband went fishing, so I had the day to myself, which was nice. And then on Thursday night, my husband and I went on a date night because he was leaving in a few days to go interstate. So my parents came over and did the nighttime routine with the boys, and my husband and I went out for a romantic dinner, and I just wrote down what we ate. And then this is New Year's Eve, and this day I got my salvage Patreon, and we also, my husband went up to that Dutch couple again, and they were selling oliebollen, which was freshly made that morning. So we had oliebollen, and I just put in my Salvage Patreon, which I cut out this. I got one of the sparkly envelopes, so I cut out a star, and then I just put in some of the stickers and the Salvage Patreon. And that was my November and December in my Hobonichi Techo cousin. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.